Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Christine Thayers and her partner, Gima Rose, here to bring you Secret Family Recipe episode number 10. I promised you'd be back. Okay, today we are going to be making something that could be an entree or it could be a terrific side dish, but you would serve it with half as much because it's heavy. We're making stuffed peppers. And there are two styles of stuffed peppers that we make in our family, so of course, somebody decided we should make both. So just to make it easier. Alrighty, let's get started because it takes some time, so I hope you'll stick with me, and I promise you it's worth it. So we have 3 cooking vessels ready for you, and I have them warming already. All of them lined with your extra virgin olive oil, something nice and green, right? A deep pot, a deeper saute pan, and another larger saute skillet. So we're first going to be making the sauce that would go over because that's going to take a little bit more time. So we have our small diced onions. You'll need for the whole thing about 2 diced onions. You want to do it yourself or I'll do it in? So I'm going to do it in this deep pan. I'm putting in about a medium diced onion. All right? Is that good? Mm-hmm. Is that enough? Yeah. Okay. And then, at the same time, I'm going to start our breadcrumb mixture in that extra virgin olive oil in the smaller deep skillet. The rest of my medium size diced onion. Careful, because you want a cover? You want a cover? Yeah. Okay. She's not afraid of the oil. Okay. That comes from years of exploding oil. Okay, so those are both going, she's stirring. Those are on a medium to low heat because it's been heated already. And the onions, once again, will get clear in both of those. Then I'm going to give her ingredients that she could just add in. So for the sauce, obviously we're doing pomodoro pilati peeled tomatoes with the immersion blender. I'm using about 32 ounces of tomato in this pot to add in and make the sauce. It's a simple sauce. You're using onion, salt, pepper, tomato, and dried basil. That's an essential, right? Here we go is the dried basil. Or fresh, and I have it. Of course I have it. Okay. We also have, so when she's ready to throw that in, they shouldn't get brown, they really should just get light, keeping it soft and keeping it low. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to start our other mixture. Okay, some prime ground beef. I have here about 1.5 pounds. This is same mixture as the meatball mixture, so like really big deal to have this recipe. What do I put into 1.5 pounds? Again, small diced onions that I add right in here. I'm not even going to add all the ones that I had. I'm going to say, I kind of eyeball, and I look and I'm saying, well, the meat is covered. It looks good to me, okay? Here's my grated locatelli cheese, about a cup. And I'm not sure I'm going to use the whole cup. I add this on, again, visually. I promise to tighten up the measurements in my recipe too. Okay, that's what we have so far. I'm going to borrow some of these breadcrumbs. Okay, sorry about that interruption. She'll take the rest of those breadcrumbs. Here goes our breadcrumb. And then, everything as always, salt and pepper to taste. How you doing?
All right.
I think we should add,
Maybe need to drop a little
I think we should add these.
Okay.
We're adding our breadcrumb. How much do you think? I only have,
Right.
so I'm using 6 peppers, okay? Beautiful Holland peppers.
You said you wanted to add some Parmesan cheese?
I do. Here's your parsley. Sorry I'm jumping around, but we're gonna have to do this coordinatingly for the purpose of this video, but you can absolutely pre-prepare your sauce, pre-prepare your breadcrumb mixture, and then go ahead and cook it the next day, just so it doesn't seem like such a project. Anywho, she has this all mixed in now.
I think
Her
we need
oil.
some more oil.
More oil, yes. And the reason we want that is because we don't want dry breadcrumbs. We want it to be nice and moist. A little bit by eye, sorry. And here's your parsley. Now, I have about a cup of parsley here. Honestly, be generous with parsley. It's so delicious.
That's enough.
That's enough. And then the rest, I'm going to dump into here, into our meat mixture. So you see a lot of similar ingredients going in. And I like a little bit of the locatelli cheese in the breadcrumb mixture as well. It really gives it a delicious flavor. So here we go. She's going to say, she didn't see me doing it. She doesn't love cheese. Okay. And
Salt and pepper.
salt and pepper. Here we go. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pepper.
Okay.
We also go lightly on the pepper. Okay.
This is on, by
How
the way.
about, yes,
Okay. Do you need to keep it on?
this one?
Yeah.
Okay, she's telling me
To-
turn off the front burner. It's not a big deal to mix those breadcrumbs, oil, onions, salt, pepper, and parsley. And a little cheese if you'd like. I think it's delicious. So just mix that in nice. All the breadcrumbs are nice and moist. It's done. Turn the heat down. It's off. Okay, now we have those onions, and we're probably ready to add our tomato. This is our sauce.
Not really.
Not really.
No.
Not really. Okay, so we're gonna listen to the master. Okay, back to the meat. We've added, I'm gonna review, 1.5 pounds of meat, the grated cheese, let's call it a 1/2 cup. Let's call it a 1/2 cup of breadcrumb, parsley, 1/4 cup. Be generous, it's okay. Now to 1.5 pounds, so a 1/2 pound, a large egg. So I'm gonna put 3 eggs, since I have 1.5 pounds. Okay. God bless. Cover your mouth. Would you like a taste? Anyway. And then salt and pepper, and this, of course, to taste, as you know, which we did. Okay. That little mixture there, little piece of heaven, and that's it. We're done with this. So what we do, we fold it in by hand, scooping from the bottom.
Do you have the hard-boiled egg for this?
No,
Bread's on
I
it.
don't.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's supposed to
I
have it.
don't have it. Okay, we're not gonna do that today. She's asking me for hard-boiled egg. Sometimes you can go ahead and put a chopped hard-boiled egg in that breadcrumb
Dice.
and diced, and it really is delicious. I don't do it, but it really is delicious. My daughter prefers it that way. Again, cooking is just something that you can do by choice, and you can make it your own little version. Maybe you don't, your digestive system doesn't like eggs so much. You can make that adjustment, or you could use egg whites in this, but in that, of course, you're looking for the chunks and the flavor of the egg. Okay, now, I think our meat is well mixed, okay? I'll show you what that consistency looks like, all right? All these things, oh, and here's your basil. Those onions, she's really keeping on a low heat for the sauce, and she's making them nice and soft, but not brown. Okay, that meat is done. Now, I know this seems like a lot of work, but it's really easy. And again, you can even prepare the meat in advance the night before, and of course maybe you would only do one form of the other of peppers, which is okay. So I'm going to leave this here. Then I'm going to be
So you
putting
don't have the
my.
hard-boiled egg?
I don't have it. I'll make it. We'll make it, but after the show. So the hard-boiled egg is an essential.
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay. So for now, I'm going to show you how to cut these peppers. I have every other pepper cut. So you have this, you're trying to get as little of the top of the pepper cut away while opening it up so that you can stuff inside. Okay, I cut all the way around. Just take that out. And then you have some of those seeds in there. You try to get those out with your hand. And if you, they should fall out as easily as possible. Sometimes it's a little bit of a, but if a few remain, it's okay. You just don't really love to bite into those. So I try to clean them out as best as possible. Now we have 6 completely prepared peppers. Alrighty, and we're going to stuff them. I'll begin with the meat. Stuffing them. Whoops. And really making sure it gets down in there. There we go. Cleaning off the top. We always want to think about how they'll look. Isn't that nice? And do 3 of the meat and 3 in the breadcrumb mixture. I actually enjoy both, so I would recommend doing both if you're preparing it for an entree. Okay. Now, I need the sauce made. I need the sauce made. So just let's put the sauce in.
Okay.
This has to go.
Okay.
That has to cook. Okay? So that's going to cook for about 30 minutes.
Not really.
You won't be with me for well, she said not really.
It
How
could be
long?
less, 20, 25.
20, 25.
Yeah.
Keep it on a nice higher.
After it comes to the boil.
After
20,
it comes to the
25.
boil.
Let it come to the boil, then lower it to simmer, 20 minutes, 25, 20 to 25.
20 to 25 after it comes to a
And you
boil.
added your salt in the sauce?
I have not added a thing. You're in charge.
Okay,
Salt, pepper,
okay.
dry basil. Just so you can see what she's added. A wooden spoonful of salt.
Not full, a half
Almost
a
a wooden spoonful of salt.
Right.
Okay, we have 3 with that mixture. I'm going to steal this away. And I'm going to do 3 of the breadcrumb mixture.
Basil.
It's a little messy at first, that's okay. Just clean them off at the top. I really try to, push them down a bit so that they don't get.
Did you take my wooden spoon?
I did. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Now the sauce is going to simmer
Yes,
for about 15 minutes at least.
at least 15 minutes time change.
15 to
Okay.
20, yeah. Salt,
20.
pepper, and basil, dry basil or fresh basil.
I kind of smush this down. I don't want it falling out in the sauce. So for the purposes of demonstration, let's start with making maybe the 4. No, we'll do the 4. That I have the meat and this. And
You don't have
push this on. I do. Yeah, this splashes.
You need
So
a
we're
couple
going
when you
to
go cook
cover.
them
Now listen, if you want to do this in the oven, you can. So you're going to put them in a nice baking dish, right? Olive oil along the bottom. You can put them in the oven. You would have to continue to turn them as they browned. So it's maybe because people are, kind of a little sensitive about the frying. Did you put basil?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you can do it that way, but as G always says, everything tastes better when it's fried.
Right.
Fried. So we try to do that. Okay. I'll reserve this. How about this? I'll make a deal with G Rose here. I'll make these, and then we'll add the egg into the last one. I'll make an egg. No big deal. Kind of.
That's enough.
Okay. Smushing, smushing, smushing. Now, this oil is nice and hot, almost, kind of, sort of. Watch how you see this pops. It's kind of, oh, not hot enough. Not hot enough. Taking it out. Not hot enough. The reason you have to have it hot is you don't want something sitting in the oil and kind of getting soupy and oily. Hotter it is, it's just going to cook that skin, and you're going to turn it. So whether it's in the oven or on the top of the stove, you're going to turn it. I'm using the rubber tongs that she likes to use, two forks, burning herself throughout the entire time. Or you can wear a pair of rubber gloves, which she has done. And that kind of relieves you from, that splash. Alrighty, let's just see.
Yeah.
It's getting there. I'm going to,
Go ahead.
these are the two breadcrumb. This is the meat mixture. Oh, it's coming out a little bit. I'm pushing it back in. I don't want it all over the pan because then it burns at the bottom.
I think you can get them all in.
Well, I didn't even do the last one. All right, I'll do the last one. I have to dig it out and put some egg in. We'll fix that later. I will tell you, had these, oof, really delicious.
Just, repeat yourself. It's just diced hard-boiled egg goes into
Another
some of the breadcrumb mixture.
diced hard-boiled egg should be nice
That's
in the
enough.
breadcrumb mixture. There they go. Oh yeah, fingers in the hot oil. Fingers. I don't think she has any feeling in her fingers anymore. There we go, they're starting to pop.
Yeah, well, lower the flame on
So
that.
we could lower it a little bit, but I leave it medium-high so that I get a nice brown on the skin.
Give it to me raw for now.
I feel like I have to protect us from this. I'm
Okay.
just leaving it tipped on. Can you see that? Because this way it doesn't come at us. Also, I would take an old dish rag, and I'll hang it over the back of the stove if you're really particular about, back of your stove. And you don't want to make sure it doesn't get too close to a flame. So be careful about that.
I don't suggest the towel.
She doesn't suggest the towel over there. No.
You might walk out of the room, it might slip down. It's not safe.
We're right. It's not safe, but I'm right here.
You might turn away, it's not safe.
Okay, those have to cook, and they take, 10 to 15 minutes. You have to continue to turn them.
Right.
When they are brown on all sides,
How high is that flame?
it is there. So when I turn them, I kind of move it off the heat so it calms down from the popping. And I turn it so that I don't get scalded. And then I go ahead and put it back to cook it on the other side. So you're turning them 4 times. Okay? I'm just going to show you once how it's turned. At the end, when you've browned all 4 sides of the peppers, you can then put your sauce in over the skillet, over the peppers, lower the flame way down, way down, and cover it.
But you don't want that oil. That's the oil. It's just kind
I do. Yeah. She doesn't like the same oil. She wants a new skillet.
No,
I did it.
you don't need a new skillet, but drain some of that oil.
Oh, drain some of the oil out. And then add your sauce in, cover it, and let it cook. Looking, okay. I can be turned. Let me turn. No fear. There's no fear. Fearless. I'm using a rubber tongue. The reason I am is because I don't want to rip the nice brown skin off. I want to make sure. Okay. Back to the heat. Now. It's already once. I guess while we're waiting, we can have a sip. It's a necessity. Today we're drinking nice, cool, and refreshing rosé. Chin chin. What does that mean? Chin chin. Good luck. Good luck. Okay. Delicious, refreshing, crisp, cold. So it's starting to get warm. It's starting to get beautiful out. I know that. But if you're not at a beach or you're not at a lake someplace or sitting outside grilling, I get tired of grilling. It's so nice to have a dish like this, a side dish even, with your barbecue. Don't tell me by August you're not tired of barbecue, right? It gets to the point where you go, oh no, another, grilled something. This is nice. You can do this even on your grill if you want to. Do your sauce the night before, make your meat mixture. You can even stuff them the night before. And then go ahead and take a nice grill pan and do it outside. You don't have to do it in your home. I think it's a great way to get big.
Not as tasty as fried.
Not as tasty as fried. No, I'm saying they could put the fry pan on the grill. A nice iron pan. Don't get burned. All right. Turning. I took the brown skin off. That's not what you want to do. Okay. Let me move this around. Yeah, I'm going to move this out of the center. So the one obviously in the center where most of the heat comes in your pan is going to get the darkest. I try to turn the pan around and give them a little. So yeah, you're cleaning up your stove after frying, but so what? So what? Who cares? These are almost all done. They're done on 2 sides tortured. This is the 3rd side. The sauce is almost done. Yeah, that's the 3rd side. That's the 3rd side. They're nearly done. So, your leftover meat mixture, obviously this is meatball mixture. I would go ahead and you can fry these, you can bake them, you can use these as a dinner then. So you have this extra, go ahead and use it and you can have just these baked or fried and make a salad, make sandwiches, whatever. Your leftover breadcrumb mixture, look at this. It smells delicious, and all it is onions and parsley, salt, and pepper. You can go ahead and sprinkle this over salad. It would be delicious. Trust me, oil, vinegar, this breadcrumb mixture over a nice crispy salad would be delicious. Even a great side dish to what you're eating. But why not make 2 meals out of what you just made? Okay, we're going to turn them for the last time. Okay, we're turning them. This is side number 4. This one's giving me a problem. No, see, that one's okay. That one looks like it's almost cooked all the way around. I'm going to move this one into the center because it's taking the longest. And they are so pretty. So that's like really kind of a whole thing that I want to show you. I'm going to show you the end result. Here's the end result. Okay, isn't that pretty? See that, Mom?
Oh, delicious.
It's so good. So what would you do with this? I'll show you. Here is some homemade semolina bread given to me by one of my clients, Adriana Magorno, who grows basil plants that are this tall, full of, they look like a tree. And she baked this delicious bread and gave it to me yesterday because she's just a wonderful person and a very good cook. So, let's see. Taste test of the peppers. Okay? I actually have a half in here, so I'm going to take the half out. I'm going to serve it with, so I'm going to probably, I want it to be nice and saucy. I put a little sauce over it. Pretend this is warm, because it's not warm. and just a little slice of bread. And this can either be your side dish, it's pretty incredible, or it can be your whole meal. Right? Look at that. Okay, we're ready for turning. Let's see. See, she got it. It got her. didn't want her to get burned.
You turn them all?
They're all turned. Every side has been cooked.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Oh, did you want to be? He ran up. He needed a taster. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. You gotta. The bread. You need the bread.
Oh, need the bread.
Adriana's bread.
The bread is amazing. Amazing.
Thank you, Adriana.
Oh. Wow.
I'm not going to dump the oil for the show, okay? It's too complicated. I'm just going to put this off right now. Yeah. Okay. All right, you're done. You're done. You're out of here. Here, take it with you. Okay.
The abuse.
Yes, abuse. Okay, so now I'm going to grab this off, protecting my mama. I'm going to take my sauce. There isn't really oil left in there. It's eating it up. So I'm going to just pour this in.
That's a no-no. Oh, it's such a no-no.
Oh, I got her. I got her.
That's such a no-no what you just did.
A no-no. Hold on.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's like a little bit of a timing thing. I should have made it cool off a little bit, but for the demonstration of the show, I am not letting it cool off enough. Now I'm lowering it down, way down.
You're gonna burn. Get that stuff over.
No, it's all right. Now wait, I want to show you. And there they are. Can you see that? Delicious. Covering it. It's calmly on one. I got my mommy. I got my mommy. Anyway, thank you so much for staying with me this entire time. Sorry I'm having to make it earlier. I will be live again at 116 Maltby. See you there. There's no place like home.